Well, it is truly a pleasure to welcome my next guest. This gentleman is one of the most popular, intelligent, and funny comedians of all time. Please welcome to our show, Mr. George Carlin. George, good to see you. How are you, sir? Thank you. I'm fine. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for being here. You're from this area, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a New York boy from Manhattan,
yeah.
Upper West Side. And this floor in this building has a little to do with me, too. I think it was about 24 years ago when I did my first Jack Parr show.
No kidding.
Across the hall,
yeah. That's right.
In fact, it was Arlene Francis was the guest host. I think that's one of the reasons I got on. But yeah, this has a lot of memories of everything up and down Manhattan.
Do you remember other guests on the show that night aside
Yes,
from the guest host?
Arthur Schlesinger Jr., the historian, and Artie Shaw.
Yeah.
Those are the only two I remember. I don't know who the singer was in the first 15 minutes, remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. It used to be an hour and 45 minutes.
Right, and the singer would come on and leave and never be seen again.
And how did you do? Did you big laughs?
Yeah, pretty well. I had a partner then. It was Burns and Carlin.
Right.
And we did our Nixon and Kennedy. It was 1960.
Yeah.
And we did our Huntley Brinkley, Nixon, Kennedy, and killed them and weren't seen again for 4 years.
When you were growing up here and working here, and maybe even now, do you follow the sports teams? Were you a big fan?
Well, this is a good time to be in New York.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
With the basketball teams doing so well. Mets looking good. Yeah, I'm a sports fan. Of course, I only care about the three real sports, baseball, basketball, and football. The rest of those things aren't really sports.
Now, wait a minute.
They don't qualify as sports.
Hockey?
Hockey, not a sport. No. Well, no, let me explain it to you. Nothing personal. It's an activity. Actually, it's a combination of three things: ice skating, fighting, and the game of hockey. My suggestion is that they should do these things one at a time.
Uh-huh.
Let them meet, play a game of hockey, go to the bar, have a fight, and then go ice skating. You know.
All right, now you're also excluding in here tennis and golf.
Tennis is a form of ping pong. It happens to be ping pong played on the table.
Uh-huh.
Soccer.
Soccer.
Can't use the arms. How could it be a sport?
Yeah.
Any activity where you exclude the arms cannot be a sport. No meaningful statistics in soccer. Goals scored with your head is about the only thing I've seen. Can't be a sport. Golf. Golf, you hit a ball with a crooked stick and walk after it and hit it again.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like a sport to me.
Doesn't qualify.
Golf is where businessmen get together to decide how to screw the rest of us out of our money. Can't be a sport.
No. Would you, are any other rule changes or any new sports that you would be interested in?
Well, I'd change a couple of rules just for interest, for entertainment value. In football, I think during the last quarter they should be able to use knives. Little thing, but it might pick up the ratings.
Yeah, yeah.
In soccer, I have a suggestion of one guy should have a motorcycle and be allowed to ride the ball into the goal. You'd still have a goalie, but it would be up to him to stop the motorcycle.
Yeah, yeah.
Little thing in baseball, I would have in the outfield 20 or 30 randomly placed mine shafts. Little excitement, you know.
Just really deep holes sunk in the outfield.
Yes, and every now and then a guy would go, zoom.
And how would you score that?
I think that would be an error.
All right, I tell you, I know you have some more thoughts
I
about
have some
this.
sports I'd like
here.
to suggest.
Okay,
I'll hold them.
I'll hold those, and we'll do a commercial, and we'll be back with Mr. George Carlin. Thank you, folks. George Carlin is here. I just wanted to mention this. I saw your program on a cable outlet in this country, which I guess it was been a while ago now that it was
It's
actually
about a year. It's been on about a year now.
But
yeah.
it's terrific.
Thank you.
Very funny stuff. All right,
Yeah,
now,
okay.
new sports.
Yeah, this is on the order of the new rules, but it's a little, I guess, well, they're actually sports based on existing sports.
Yeah.
For instance, cross-country bowling can be a longer game. You can spend more time at the alley. You know? How about full contact chess?
Sounds good.
Kick golf. We have kickboxing.
That's right.
Kick golf might be nice. Figure eight demolition wheelchair. Would be voluntary,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Off-water boating.
Gee, I never. Now, how would that work?
Well, you have off-road racing.
Yeah.
So you'd have to have a course, specially made, obviously. I haven't,
Oh, sure.
haven't given these a lot of
No.
thought, David. These are,
But the germ of the idea is what's
right.
important.
And all my job is just suggesting things.
That's right.
Thank God I don't have to implement these things.
That's right. You don't have to hire a committee or anything.
no.
Just come up with the idea.
Hang gliding is very popular. I thought hang fencing would be very interesting. But I'll try to work on some of the rules if you like for later. I can
Well,
come
sure.
back
Well,
and-
yeah,
and
if you
fill you in.
could keep us
I
posted
hate
on
to
these
just leave you
developments.
hanging like that.
Now, do you ever, of course, with a guy that is as recognizable as you, it must be tough for you to actually go see like a basketball game, a baseball game, or whatever.
Well, I get to them, as much as I can. I'm not a fierce fan in that respect. I don't have to be there to enjoy it. I did have my heart attack 2 years ago. Came at a Mets-Dodgers game.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that it was a close game because those Dodger fans leave early usually, and if they'd have been in that parking lot, I'd have never gotten to the hospital then. But I got out in time. Yeah, I get out to the games. I forget what that was going to lead me into, Dave. I had a real good thought
Getting
about
to the
that.
games?
Yeah, being a real fan out there. God, we'll just have to pass on that one or something, huh?
Do you want to?
Yeah.
You can pass on it and go on to the next category, or we can consult an expert.
Well, I'd like to go on to the next category.
Okay, let's go on to the next category.
Because the next category is something that's dear to my heart.
Well, now this is for me also. This is auto racing.
Yeah, and you're an Indianapolis fellow.
That's right.
I have a Jackie Stewart impression that I do. It's the only impression I do in my life. And it's kind of special. I'd like to do it from the seat here.
I would.
Jackie Stewart, of course, being the Scottish ABC announcer.
Right.
I have to work into this because the voice doesn't accommodate it automatically. This is Jackie Stewart. Jackie Stewart here at Talladega Raceway. We're at Talladega Raceway. Hold on, wait a minute, no. Wait a minute, there's a car on fire in the fair turn. It's Mario Andretti's car. Mario Andretti's car is on fire in the fair turn. Here comes A.J. Foyt. Here comes Cale Yarborough. They're all on fire in the fair turn. That's about it.
That more than makes up for getting what that last category
and
was.
I think I forgot the other because I was so anxious to do Jackie.
Yeah, well, you did a fine job.
I have something to finish with from the spot.
All right.
If you don't mind, and it deals with sports. I'll say goodbye to you now and see you another time.
Please
Thanks for
come
having
back,
me
George.
here. Yeah,
Thanks for
I'll
being
see
here.
you. Let me
Certainly.
try this from over
All
on
right.
the monologue spot. This is just a comparison of baseball and football. It occurred to me that these two activities, baseball and football, we consider them very much a part of our lives. In fact, we argue about which one is the number one sport. And yet they're so different. And you can tell from the terms that are related to them. Baseball is 19th century. It's pastoral, 19th century. Football is 20th century. It's technological. Baseball is played on a diamond in a park, the baseball park. Football is played on a gridiron in a stadium, War Memorial Stadium. In baseball, you wear a cap. In football, you wear a helmet. Baseball has a 7th-inning stretch. Football has a 2-minute warning. Baseball has no time limit. We don't know how long it's going to last. We may have extra innings. Football is rigidly timed, and it will end even if we have to go to sudden death. Football is based on downs. What down is it? Baseball is based on ups. Who's up? Are you up? I'm not up. In football, you get a penalty. In baseball, you make an error. Whoops! In baseball, in the stands, there's kind of a picnic feeling. Emotions may run high, but there's not that much unpleasantness. In football, in the stands, you can be sure that at least 27 times during the game you are capable of taking the life of a fellow human being, preferably a stranger. Now, to sum it up, the object of the game's quite different. In football, the object of the game is for the quarterback, known as the field general, to be on target with his passes, riddling that defense with an accurate aerial attack in spite of a blitz, even if he has to use the shotgun. With short bullet passes and long bombs, he marches his troops into enemy territory, balancing this aerial assault with a sustained ground attack which punches holes in the forward wall of the enemy's defensive line. In baseball, the object is to go home. I'm going home.